Hey guys! Today I'm gonna be telling a story about the time that I got kicked out of a concert for smoking weed and how I lost a best friend in the process. And basically, this story starts my sophomore year of high school. I took an elective class, which was required at my high school, and I took a television production class, and basically I met this girl, Julia. Her name's obviously not actually Julia. Julia is a fake name. I'm not going to say her real name because I'm not trying to get sued or put her on blast or anything. So basically I met this girl, Julia, and we basically immediately became friends. We bonded right off the bat, and we had a lot in common. We had a lot of similar interests. We had like similar past. We just got along really well. We just vibed and all that stuff. So we immediately became really good friends. And as our friendship went on, I definitely called her my best friend. She definitely called me her best friend. We definitely spent the most time with each other, and we were best friends. So we had another class together that wasn't this elective. It was an English class, and we met another girl in this class who we'll call Dana. She's not really super relevant, but basically me, Dana, and Julia all became really good friends, and basically we kind of formed a group. And as the months went on, a couple other girls who were friends with Dana or friends with Julia separately kind of all came together with us to form a group of about 6 or 7 girls where we were all really tight. We like sat together at lunch. We like did a lot of stuff together. We were like a friend group. So we all were hanging out and we all were friends. And one day we decided that we were all gonna go to this concert together. We all liked this musician. He was kind of a rapper, but like not really. It's like rap, R&B, hip hop, but basically we all liked this musician, and we all decided we wanted to go to his concert together. It was gonna be really fun. Like, we could all have fun and go out, and it would just be fun. So we decided we were all gonna go to this concert. So we all bought tickets, and I decided I was gonna invite Julia and 2 of the other girls to stay at my apartment after. I had an apartment in the city, and I was like, we could go to the concert and then we can go to my apartment after, and we can make it a whole thing. It'll be fun. It'll be a night. It'll be like an event. So I said we could stay there. So the day of the concert came, and basically we dropped our stuff off at my apartment and we headed down to the concert. And we had pre-gamed a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not condoning underage drinking. Like, don't drink if you're under the legal drinking age, but I'm not gonna lie to you and say that, like, we didn't drink. We drank. And we all got, like, tipsy, kind of drunk, and we went to the concert. So we got into the venue, and we immediately ran into another group of girls that went to our high school. Now, I wasn't exactly really good friends with all of these girls. I was kind of acquaintances with them. Some of my friends were friends with some of the girls. So we kind of decided that we were all just gonna hang out together. And so we were all hanging out and like taking pictures and waiting for the concert to start and like just chilling. And one of the girls from the other group pulled a joint out of her bra. She pulled this joint out and she was like, yo, like, let's get lit, like, let's fucking party, like, let's smoke this joint and get fucking high. So some of the girls, including like 2 of the girls from my group, were like, hell yeah, like, let's smoke, fuck yeah. So I was like, whatever. I've smoked before. I didn't really smoke weed at this point in my life. I don't think I had smoked in a year. I wasn't a pothead by any means, but I had smoked weed before, and I wasn't like opposed to smoking a little weed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be very honest in all of my videos, by the way. But yeah, so I was down to smoke the weed. So she like lit up this joint and she started passing it around to like all the girls, and everyone was smoking, having a good time, getting lit as fuck, whatever. And it got to me. It was passed to me. And I was holding this joint for probably 1.5 seconds before I see a light shining over the crowd. And this light is like weaving through the crowd, and like it's really high up. It's like shining on people. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And it took me a couple of seconds to realize that it was a security guard, like rushing through the crowd, like with his light up, like looking and stuff like that. So I immediately knew I was fucked. Like I knew that I was gonna get in trouble because I was the one holding it. I knew I had no opportunity to like get rid of it. I just accepted my fate. So they come up and they have their lights up, and they basically are like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are you doing? You can't smoke weed in here. Like, this is illegal. And they basically grabbed me and said, you're coming with us. And so they grabbed me and pulled me to the back of the venue, down like this staircase in the back of the venue to this door. And they take out a Sharpie and put a huge black X on my hand and basically go, you're kicked out. You can't come back to this venue. Like, your night is over. You're going home. You're done. So here I am, fucking 16, 17 years old, and I'm like crying. I'm trying to get them to let me back in. I'm like, it's not mine. I didn't even smoke it. Like, I was just holding it. Like, please, please let me back into this concert. Please, 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 please. Please let me back in. And I was like, all my friends are in there. Like, I'm alone. Like, please let me back in. And the guy was actually really nice, honestly. Like, he was really cool. He was being really chill with me. He's like, I really would let you back in if I could, but honestly, I can't. If they see me letting you back in, they're basically gonna fire me. My manager would fire me. Like, that's against the rules. Like, you know, it could have been a lot worse, but they could have called the police on you. Like, basically, he was like, you should be thankful that all they did was kick you out and you should just go. So I went. So I was waiting outside by the venue and I was texting my friend. I was like, oh my God, like, I got kicked out. What do I do? Like, where are you guys? Like, please come meet me. Please, please come out. I'm alone. I'm scared. It's the city at night. I'm alone and like 16 years old. So my friend Julia, who I was texting, she basically was like, I paid like $35, $40 for this ticket. I'm not leaving. Like, it's your fault you got kicked out, basically. So I'm not leaving. Bye. And honestly, I kind of get it. I kind of understand that, like, you paid money and you want to, like, enjoy it. But at the same time, like, if you're really my best friend, like, you're gonna come and support me, like, come be with me, like, I don't know. So I met this other group of people outside because I was just stuck there. Like, I was outside waiting and I had nothing else to do. So I started talking to this group of other kids, and they were telling me that their friend had also got kicked out. This girl who was like too drunk, she was acting sloppy, so they kicked her out. And they were all her friends, and I was talking to them, and they were like, how could your friends not come with you? We did. The second our friend got kicked out, we immediately went with her. We, you know, to make sure she was okay, to make sure like everything was okay. Like, we just immediately went with her. They were like, how can your friends just not do anything and just like stay in there without you and not even care? And basically they were kind of like, you know, like getting me heated. Like, they were building up my anger. They were like definitely like giving me more reasons to be angry. They were like bringing a lot of things to my like mind, and I started getting pissed, which, I mean, is expected. I started getting angry. I was really mad at her. I was like, how could you, like, leave me like this? Like, I'm supposed to be your best friend and you can't even, like, miss an hour of a concert or, like, 2 hours of a concert to come make sure I'm okay. I don't know. I just felt like it was selfish and I felt like it was, like, really fucked up. So she's just, like, ignoring me. She's in the concert. And then finally the concert ends. And my friends text me, like Julia texted me. They were like, oh, come meet us here. So I went and I met them at, like, in front of the venue. So we all met up and we got in a cab together to go back to my apartment because me and Julia and the 2 other girls were going to stay at my apartment. And the entire cab ride back to my apartment, Julia is completely dead silent. She's not saying anything to me. She wouldn't talk to me. She wasn't looking at me. And my other 2 friends are just, like, kind of, like, they don't know what's going on. They feel uncomfortable. They feel awkward. They feel bad for me. They're like, what's happening? And it's really tense. Like, it's super tense and it's just awkward and quiet. And we get back to my apartment and Julia basically starts calling her mom and her, like, stepdad to come pick her up. And she's packing her things. She's like, I'm leaving, I'm going home. And she was like, so she was packing up her stuff and she was like, to the other 2 girls, she said, you know, do you guys want to get a ride back? And they were kind of just, like, they wanted to go home at this point because it was tense, it was dramatic, it was awkward, it wasn't a fun situation anymore. And I totally understand why they wanted to go because if I was in their situation, I would want to go too. So they were like, yeah, we'll leave with you. But still, Julia wouldn't tell me why she was so angry at me. I was crying. My parents were there, like, what's wrong? What's going on? And, like, no one would talk to me. Like, my other 2 friends would, but Julia wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't tell me why she was angry at me. She wouldn't, like, explain herself. She was just mad. And I knew obviously it didn't just, like, have to do with getting kicked out of the concert because I didn't, like, that doesn't affect her at all. So I don't understand why she would be mad at me about that. And I thought I had a reason to be mad. So when she was really mad at me, I was just confused and upset. So she's ignoring me. She won't listen to me. I'm crying. I'm begging her to tell me, please, like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, why are you so angry? And she won't tell me. And then they leave. Her and the 2 girls leave. Her mom comes and picks them up and they go back to their houses. So as the next few days go on, I'm texting her and I'm like, please talk to me. Like, what's going on? Like, why? You're my best friend. I love you. Like, why won't you talk to me? So she finally tells me why she's so angry. And what she tells me is that because I smoked weed at the concert, even though I really didn't smoke weed at the concert, that because I did that and because I got kicked out, she doesn't want to be friends with me anymore. She thinks I'm a bad influence. She thinks that basically, like, she doesn't want me in her life. I'm a bad influence and she doesn't want to be friends with me anymore. So I was like, honestly, when she said that, I was like, whatever, because I just saw it as being so dramatic and hypocritical that I didn't even try and argue with her, honestly, because if she really felt that way, then why wouldn't she be mad at everyone who smoked weed? Because it wasn't just me. And also, the 2 other girls that were with us at the apartment that night are both, like, really big stoners. They both love smoking weed. They smoked weed all the time. They smoked weed, like, every day. And she was still friends with them. She was still friends with all the other girls that had smoked weed at the concert. And basically the only person she was really mad at was me. So I just let her be mad because honestly, I didn't see any point arguing with it because I felt that it wasn't valid. I felt like she was just trying to find an excuse to be mad at me, to cause drama, because she was that type of person. She was the type of person who would just cause drama, like, for entertainment purposes, like, in her life. And I knew that she just wanted a reason to be mad. So I just, like, completely just let it go. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let the universe take its karmic retribution and, like, do that, and I'm not gonna, like, meddle with it. So she didn't talk to me for 3 months because of this situation. 3 months. And she basically ended up having a falling out with all of the other girls, and because she kind of had, like, no one left, she sort of, like, texted me and was like, oh, all the other girls are fake, like, you are the only real one, I would love to take you out to lunch and we should catch up and I miss you and I'm blah blah blah. So basically she ended up trying to become friends with me again, and I honestly let her. Like, I became friends with her again and we mended our friendship, but it's such a complicated situation after that. Like, the whole 2 months that we were friends again, because we were only friends again for 2 months after we reconciled, those 2 months that we were friends there was so much drama between those girls and her, and there was cheating and lying, and basically by the end of it, we stopped being friends for good. We never were friends again after that. But I honestly, like, want to make a whole story time video on those, like, 2 months that I was friends with her, because it's very dramatic. There's a lot to that story. There's a lot of shit that goes on. There's a lot of backstabbing and lying and cheating and blah, blah, blah. And that's a story for another video. But that was the whole story for today. That's the whole chapter of my friendship with this girl. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, leave a like or a comment, subscribe to my channel, anything you feel like doing. And bye, guys. Thanks for watching.